After this night, the activity in the Lamb House grew darker and darker with each passing day. During short recording sessions, the names Satan, Follow Satan, We Need Your Blood were the only captures. I could hear the name Satan, Follow Satan constantly from multiple disembodied voices. Even more strange, when I heard these disembodied voices, the sound of their voices instantly caused dizziness, such dizziness as if pouring peroxide in one ear, throwing off your equilibrium. The oppression was getting stronger. Every day I felt if I didn't give in, I would end up losing myself in pure insanity, or I was going to end up dead. I stopped all further investigations in the Lamb House. I didn't want any more confirmation what I was feeling was from pure evil. But once I stopped the recordings, I received a message from a Satanist. She told me I needed to listen to demons, befriend them. I would learn a lot from these entities. Out of anger, I quickly removed her message and blocked her. Then I received another message from another person who claimed to be a Satanist. I then knew this was no coincidence. This time I took a screenshot. But then one night, the straw finally broke the camel's back. While sleeping in my room, I heard an evil high-pitched screeching voice. I opened my eyes expecting to see the worst. I saw something standing next to my bed, like a dark gray cloud in the form of a person. It stood there screeching, with words that weren't English. I tried to get out of bed and run as fast as my legs could possibly carry me away from the room down the stairs. Due to recent activities in this bedroom, I sleep alone in the bedroom. My wife no longer sleeps in the room. When I tried to get out of bed, I could not move. I was completely paralyzed. I immediately knew I was going through a sleep paralysis episode mixed with night terrors. I was conscious and aware, but pinned down in the bed with my eyes wide open. I also saw a young girl come out from behind this dark entity. She had no eyes, only deep black eye sockets. She started screeching so loud, my ears started ringing. I then tried to close my eyes, but my eyes were stuck open. I was forced to look at this evil entity of a child. After some time, I was able to move, but only in a slow motion manner. Slowly, I got out of bed, walking towards the bedroom door. While opening the door to leave the room, the doorknob was violently pulled from my hand. The door slammed shut. Instantly, I was back in bed, completely paralyzed, looking at pure evil. Once again, I was able to move. This time, I was able to get out the door, started down the stairs. As I turned to look back into the bedroom, the covers of my bed quickly rised up as if something was standing in the bed under the covers. This looked so terrifying, I turned my face not to look at this. When I turned my face, I was instantly back in bed, paralyzed, only this time, whatever was under the blanket, standing on the bed, was still there standing next to me. Suddenly, the dark cloud that looked like a man with no feature, the evil child entity, and what stood under the covers, all three started screeching with such a high-pitched screech, everything in the room shook. After this happened, the TV was on, the room was dark. I sat up on the edge of the bed, looked around the room, wondering if this was going to start all over again. At this time, I didn't know if I was really awake or still stuck in a state of sleep paralysis. I grabbed my cell phone. I knew sleep time was over. I left the room and made it down the stairs. This finally ended. When I was in the dining room, I turned my cell phone on to see if any EVPs could be captured. I walked into the kitchen. I then noticed a time on the stove clock.
Just had one of the worst experiences ever as far as night terrors, dreams. I don't know how much more of this crap I can take. Yeah, something's going to have to be done.
After this incident, I had enough. I go to the basement with the intentions of getting as much information as possible in hopes to gain an understanding on how to deal with this situation. But something happens. I hear the name Satan again, and I become very angry inside. I feel like I've been backed into a corner being bullied by multiple evil entities. I knew this must come to an end here and now. I have listened to everything that's been said in this house. I have an understanding of what's been said. And I don't like it. This time, hear me. Get away from me, Satan. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, in the name of Yahshua. Get away from me. Your way's not the way. It is written, fear not him that can destroy the body, but fear him that can both destroy the body and cast your soul into hell fire. That's the one we need to fear. That is the one who created me. I reject you and I reject your ways. For there is no salvation in any other. There is no other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. And that's not through you. That's not through you. That's not through you. I reject you. And by and through his name, the name of Jesus, the name of Yahshua, I cast you out of this house. If you are evil, and you are not of God, and you are a cast out, I bind you in the name of Jesus, in the name of Yahshua. Depart from me. And if there's a dark portal in this basement, if there's a dark portal in this house, a gateway that's open, I bind it in the name of Jesus, in the name of Yahshua. I bind it to be closed. It is. Any righteous spirits in this house, ghosts in this house, go in peace. Go in peace. I release you in the name of Jesus, in the name of Yahshua. Go in peace. And make peace come to this house once and for all. At this time, the strange disembodied voices, demonic EVP captures, unusual sensations, feelings from dark oppression has ended in the Lamb House. According to the spirit, the dark portal is closed. The normal activity in the Lamb House has returned. But the experiences I went through, and based on what these spirits said, my understanding why the activity at the Lamb House is so powerful has been confirmed in multiple ways. All this time when spirits said, he can't hear us, what they were saying, he can't understand us, I wasn't getting what they were trying to tell me. At the end of this investigation, I will show the steps in how these spirits opened my understanding. Step by step, these spirits connected the dots, confirming my theories. Now that the Lamb House is quiet, I head back to Southwest Harbor. Joshua is back in Florida. Tara accompanies me. A day of reckoning has come for the Southwest Harbor House. It's time to confront these evil entities. Since our last visit, Tara has a new roommate in the downstairs bedroom. Once again, I see things that confirm what the Lamb House spirits have been trying to tell me. Who's in here? All right, I come back here. Came to talk with you guys.
Sorry.
Oh.
Get my good side.
Who's in this room with me right now? Can't breathe. Karen? Penny? Nick? Nathan? The wife, the mother? The dad, the husband? You guys in here? Do you guys have hate issues towards each other?
We guys need to back off of Emily. You're bringing Emily down. You're hurting her. Tara, Emily, and Tara are in the laundry room conducting a spirit box session. After I hear what these spirits say and how their voices sound like some of the voices in the Lamb House, we're going to go to the basement. I need confirmation this house and the Lamb House could possibly be connected in some way.
What do you know about a curse? Oh, Mildred. Did Mildred cause the curse? I don't know. Did Mildred cause the curse?
Alright, so I'm down here in the basement. This is a TV cable wiring here. There's no energy in that would set this off, but right in here is the floor. But when you get right in here, when you drop this down, it gets stronger. Right here, the energy level just boosts up. Right in here.
That's the worst. That's crazy.
Yeah, that thing's gonna blow up.
Alright.
And then nothing.
Hello? Who are you? Alright, I'm gonna go out here in the dark, going to night cam. Who opened this portal? Who are you? Who are you? Did something happen down in this basement that caused a portal to open? What? What? What happened in this basement? When this shadow moved by the wall in the basement, at this point nobody moved. Based on what these entities said, this was the confirmation needed to confirm this house and the Lamb house are connected to the same dark realm. The two houses are miles apart, but to these entities, what we measure in distance in our realm is not relevant to their realm. In this dark realm, these entities can be at both houses at the same time. In the spirit realms, spirits are not bound by time and distance as we are in the realm of the living. Based on numerous statements these spirits have made, there is no doubt entities are targeting children, Emily being one of the targets.
So a lot of the times, like in the house, I would just start feeling like, in my bedroom especially, just like really sad all of a sudden, and like there would be no reason for it. It's not like, I don't know, it's not like I was thinking about anything that would make me sad. It was just I would get like overwhelmingly sad or angry, or just like I would get annoyed towards my mom. Just like anything she said would just like annoy me, but it would be for no reason, and it's frustrating because I don't even want to feel that way towards her, and it's like, why am I feeling this way? Like, this is not right. Looking forward to seeing her, like when I was at school, just excited to get home and be in a good mood, and then I would just like instantly be annoyed with whatever she was saying, and I would think to myself, like, why am I feeling this way? Like, I literally have no reason to be angry towards her. She didn't do anything. Like, I want to be happy with her. I want to be, just friendly and everything's good, but I am just getting annoyed for no reason, and I can't help it. And it's very frustrating.
So these feelings that you had, you can't explain where they came from?
No.
They just showed up,
Yeah.
And you have no idea?
Like, and sometimes it will be from, like, 1 second I'm just talking to my mom in the kitchen, like, cooking dinner or something, and then 2 seconds later, everything she says just annoys me.
Have you ever, out of the blue, for no reason at all, just felt like smacking your mother?
Yeah. Well, like, and of course I would never, but yeah, definitely.
And you don't know where those feelings came
just
from?
feeling of, like, really overwhelming anger where I just, like, want to, like, smack her, punch her or something.
And you don't even know why?
No.
Now, did all these issues start up after you guys moved into this house?
Yeah, definitely.
So you never had any kind of feelings like
No,
this whatsoever
no.
until you moved into
No,
the
no, no,
house.
definitely not.
With Tara trying to protect her daughter, these entities physically attack her mother. Since my first investigation at the home, once again Tara was attacked. She demanded these entities leave her and her daughter alone and leave the house. As Tara walked down the steps, she was violently pushed from behind, falling down the stairs, landing at the foot of the steps. Do you think this house has something to do with it?
Yes, definitely.
Through multiple encounters with spirits, I've learned spirits can manipulate the living through suggestive thinking. When a spirit speaks to us, we may not consciously hear what they say, however their words go into our subconscious thoughts, like a jukebox stuck in our heads. This is oppression. I'm not saying everyone has an evil entity standing next to them oppressing them. However, if this does happen, you need to understand what's going on and how to deal with it. In the beginning of this investigation, I've said we must know the history of the house and of the town. The Stephen King filmed Storm of the Century in Southwest Harbor. I personally believe there's a good possibility Stephen King has an insight what's going on in the spirit realms. He may or may not know this. I don't know. An evil entity comes into the small town of Maine. He wants something from the people, the children. Was this a coincidence the movie was filmed in Southwest Harbor? But this is not the only incident. Of all places to shoot a music video, a Canadian group known as Arcade Fire came to Southwest Harbor to film a music video titled Rebellion Lies. I don't know much about this group. I don't know if this music video message was intentional or just a coincidence. Outside of the lyrics, the visual in the music video has a strange message. In the video throughout Southwest Harbor, adults and children are laying on the ground as if dead. When the musicians walk through the streets of Southwest Harbor singing the lyrics to Rebellion Lies, the children wake up and follow the musicians through the streets. The adults remain on the ground as if dead. As the group moves through the streets of Southwest Harbor, they awaken all the children, leading them through the town to a cemetery. There, the children are seen throwing leaves on an adult who laid on the ground as if dead. The children show no emotions as if their parent, and all the adults laid throughout the town as if dead. A gateway into a very evil realm was opened by a radical Satanist 30 years ago, unleashing evil entities seeking out the innocent. You may say, Kent, aren't you over-exaggerating this? No, I'm not. Like what took place at the Lamb House, I walked through this house rebuking these evil entities from the home. After rebuking these entities not one time, the name Satan was brought up during the final investigation. I'm about to look over at Tara. In the kitchen, standing a few feet away behind Tara, I see the apparition of a young female child. When we made eye contact, she quickly takes off before I could get the camera on her. However, when I quickly go into the kitchen, I hear her disembodied voice. Whoa, whoa. I just saw a child apparition right behind you take off. Whoa, whoa. I just saw a child apparition right behind you take off.
Go. Show me which direction.
It just took off this way. I don't know if it went that way or that way.
There's a shadow by the couch. Is that the same one? Hold on, let me focus.
I felt frozen at that moment. I felt it. But I didn't see it. My back was turned.
It's talking to you.
Who are you? Who are you? Heater's on.
I don't know how to fix that either. Otherwise, I'll help you.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. I won't be able to capture anything with that
We'll
heater
go back
going.
to the spirit. You saw that, and it was talking to you though.
I felt frozen at that moment. I felt it. But I didn't see it. My back was turned.
Kent is gone. Is there something you want to say now?
There's no way that camera would have captured it. Darn it.
I really wanted to go on my phone.
I can check it out. It's not a problem. I'll do this part while he smokes, and it's okay. I don't have a problem going up there whatsoever.
Kent.
He'll be right back. Oh, Kent's coming right back. Are Emily and I going to be safe here now?
What you saw in this Southwest Harbor House investigation is only a small portion of what took place. In this house, as well as the Lamb House, hundreds if not thousands of EVPs were captured during this long 2-month investigation. Based on all the evidence captured and what everyone experienced, we have come to the following conclusions. Like the Lamb House, the Southwest Harbor House has 2 different portals opened. One portal leading into a spirit realm of the dead, another portal leading into a dark realm of pure evil. We believe there's a high possibility there are human spirits trapped in the state of hate, possibly a family of siblings who hated each other in life. And the spirit of the adolescent female known as Karen hated her mother. The evil entities unleashed in this house who possessed this house amplified this hate into a state of oppression on the living in the home. We believe there's a good possibility Karen's spirit attached herself to Emily. Although Emily could not consciously hear Karen, Emily could fear the anger, sorrows, and hate Karen had towards her mother. There is no doubt these demonic entities amplified this hate. This is why Emily, unknown reasons to her, had negative feelings towards her mother. Emily became oppressed through this amplified hate. Amazingly, other spirits saw this. This is why they kept bringing up Emily. They also said, "Help the girl." We also believe these evil spirits were trying to entice Emily into following Satanism. Tara, the mother, getting in the way of these evil entities, she was not only physically attacked, but went through major oppression. The Southwest Harbor House and the Lamb House were connected to the same spirit realms. In our realm, these spirits have no boundaries as we know it. This could answer why the Carmel spirits had access and were able to communicate within the Southwest Harbor House through a gateway leading into the realm of the dead connected at both houses. And these evil entities had access to the Lamb House through this dark portal, the same portal leading to the Southwest Harbor House. I know many who view this investigation have different beliefs. Since I personally believe in biblical scriptures, the devil, Satan, and evil is mentioned throughout the scriptures. There was only one way to handle the situation. The devil, also known as Satan, was cast away from the presence of the most powerful spirit above all spirits, that being the Spirit of God. Everything about the devil is opposite to the Spirit of God. The devil once lived in the presence of God. Devil is the opposite to live. Lived spelt backwards is devil, as evil is the opposite to live. Live spelt backwards is evil. Many other entities were cast out away from the presence of God, also called evil spirits or devils. Many today believe these are all fairy tales. I respect that. I'm not forcing anyone to believe in what I believe in. However, this activity I encountered shows me these are not fairy tales. What happened in these spirit realms are very real. Written in the scriptures, King Saul needed answers from God. By this time, the prophet Samuel, who Saul relied on for answers, was dead. Saul contacted a medium in order to open a gateway into the spirit realms of the dead so he can talk with Samuel. This medium did open a gateway into the realm of the dead. Saul was able to talk with Samuel. Samuel was not happy he was disturbed out of the realm of peace. A spiritualist medium who lived in this house opened up this gateway leading into the realm of the dead. However, the Satanists opened a dark gateway leading into the realm of pure evil. These evil entities were beyond my control to do anything to stop them. The only thing I could do is to reject them, resist them, and call on the most powerful spirit, the one who created them, through his name by faith, cast them out of both houses and close these dark portals. This takes us back to the Lamb House and what these spirits confirmed to me about the activity in this house. While doing this investigation, I kept encountering the number 3, the clock, at 3:03. During the sleep paralysis, 3 spirits. Our trip back to the Southwest Harbor House was on the 3rd month of the year. 3 females doing an investigation together. Over and over again, 3 kept coming up. After going over the recordings, this is what really caught my attention. Did you say it comes from Egypt? When this spirit said Egypt, 3 different spirits said your mother, another spirit said connect. Instantly my understanding opened in what they were trying to tell me. This understanding is the key as to why a gateway into the spirit realms of the dead is open at the Lamb House. And the Lamb House is the epic center, the center of all the cause of the paranormal activity throughout the village of Carmel and extending out beyond Carmel. Now when these spirits said Egypt, and then they said your mother 3 times by 3 different spirits, and they said connect. I knew exactly what they were talking about. They wanted me to connect what they were saying together to get an understanding of what they were talking about. Now, when I did the investigation of Revelations by Ghosts, over a year ago, I was talking with my mother over the phone about this investigation, and I told her that I had some theories that the Freemasons here in Carmel designed this triangle here in Carmel in such a way that it was pretty much symbolic based on some of their beliefs. Now, my mother, she goes, oh, I know everything about the Freemasons. And I go, you do? What do you know about them? She goes, well, I was with Job's daughter when I was a girl. And I said, what? What do you mean? She goes, yes, your great-grandfather was a 32nd degree Mason. And I'm like, come again? And then she said that your grandmother, which is her mother, was with the Order of the Eastern Star. She said, Kent, you're a descendant of the Freemasons. Now, this was something I never knew. I was never told this. This was obviously a kept secret that I never knew about. When I was talking with my mother about this, we were on the phone here in the Lamb House, and I have my phone on speaker, and I have no doubt these spirits in the Lamb House heard our conversation. Now, I just want to make something very clear. I am not saying nothing against the Freemasons. In fact, this design they did with this triangle here in Carmel was brilliant. It worked. There are, in every organization, in every religion, there are fanaticals. There are radicals. And it turned out that my great-grandfather was a radical Freemason. He was deep into Egyptian mythology. Now, it's obvious to me, based on the number of studies that I've done, the Freemasons are into a lot of Egyptian mythology. I think anybody that's done some studies into the Freemasons can see that. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, whatever they believe in, hey, I'm fine with that. But I kind of wonder, do they fully understand when they created this triangle here in the village of Carmel, did they fully understand what they were doing?
Many months ago, I released a video called Revelations by Ghosts. I talked about the village triangle and how the Lamb House sits in the area of the all-seeing eye in the symbol of the Egyptian pyramid used by the Freemasons. During this investigation, when the spirits said Egypt, your mother 3 times, and connect, I knew they were talking about the village triangle here in Carmel. After these spirits said this, I went back to the Southwest Harbor House for a final investigation. When I saw the Pink Floyd poster with the triangle and the single eye on the beast in another poster, I thought to myself, yes, this is more confirmation. But what really blew me away, the man staying in the room, I noticed his hoodie. On his hoodie was the mathematical formulas 369 and the triangle from Tesla. I asked him if that was Tesla's mathematical formulas based on the Egyptian pyramids. He quickly said yes. He looked at me and said, the Freemasons hold the key to the gateways into the afterlife and won't share it with anyone. This was the final confirmation. I knew without a doubt somehow the village triangle was the answer to why the Lamb House has such powerful paranormal activity. Tesla studied the mathematical formulas of the Egyptian pyramids. The Great Pyramids were designed through mathematical formulas that enable the harnessing of energy. Through the mathematical formulas, Tesla was able to create energy radio waves, or the flow of wireless energy. This knowledge came from the mathematical formulas of the Great Pyramid, and the magical numbers used in this formula are 3, 6, and 9. The Freemasons also used the Great Pyramid formulas. Based on Egyptian mythology, the Great Pyramid was designed in order to create energy, opening a doorway into the spirit realms of the dead. When Carmel was founded in 1811, many Freemasons lived in Carmel. They were mostly businessmen of Carmel. Before the mid-1800s, the village of Carmel was designed. No doubt these planned designs were done by the Freemasons. This was a time period when the Freemasons designed a lot of the roadways and buildings from Maine down into Washington, D.C. Due to the Masons being a secret society, they will not confirm why they use such specific designs. However, in the case of the village triangle, I have no doubt this was designed based on the same mathematical formulas of the Egyptian pyramids, an energy source opening a gateway into the spirit realms. You may say, Kent, can you prove this theory? Yes. Through the help from these Lamb House spirits, they revealed the numbers, proving to me this is what happened. This is the village of Carmel triangle. This triangle points directly east, also symbolizing the order of the Eastern Star. The exact measurements of the village triangle is 660 feet on both sides. From the corner section of this all-seeing eye portion, the measurements are 480 feet. By using Tesla's formula, we will use doubling numbers. As you can see by doubling numbers, the measurements gives us 3 sets of 3s. The following formula is based on symbolic. The Lamb House street number is 870. The Freemason Lodge is 87. Highway 69 runs along the right side of the triangle. By doubling numbers, we have 3 sets of 6. By doubling the 3 sets of 3 and 6, we now have 3 sets of 9s. This giving us the numbers 3, 6, and 9. Let's take this a step further. The latitude and longitude of the village of Carmel is as follows. Latitude 44, 47, 30, 59 north. By doubling numbers, this comes out to 9. The longitude 6903, 2.40 west. By doubling numbers, we have 6. No matter how you do the math with all the numbers involved with the village of Carmel, the numbers 3, 6, and 9 is always the results from doubling numbers, or the numbers 3, 6, 9 always appear. Was this formula designed in such a way this triangle created an energy vortex, opening a gateway into the spirit realms? There is an unexplained energy at the Lamb House. The K2 meter and the EMF meter constantly react. There is a constant flow of energy in this house. This is the arch of the Freemasons. When you take this arch, turn it sideways, lay it across the all-seeing eye portion of the village triangle, this is what you get. The symbol of the lamb lands right over the Lamb House with a casket below. If you are new to Ghost of Carmel, Maine, the Lamb House was in fact the former funeral home of Carmel, or back in those days they call it the living room. And this is very strange right here. Another interesting fact, if you draw a straight line heading east on the map, the village triangle points directly to Oak Island, which is 660 feet from the mainland, and also points to the direction where CERN sets. Another strange fact about the village of Carmel, of all places, in the early days of Carmel, the slaughterhouse sat right here. Every day blood was shed from animals within this triangle. What's really interesting, the Freemasons say they built Solomon's Temple. Solomon's Temple is where the Ark of the Covenant sat within the section called the Holiest of Holies. Nobody was allowed in the Holiest of Holies except the high priest. Once a year, the blood of an animal was shed and brought into the Holiest of Holies as an offering for atonement of sins. The animal that was used for the shedding of this blood? A lamb. I have no doubt, based on what these spirits in the Lamb House revealed, based on the verification involving mathematical figures of the village triangle, a gateway into the realm of the dead was opened. I am not talking about the dark portal. This dark portal was opened up at a later date. The cause of this portal being open will have to be a whole nother discussion. Everyone involved with this investigation went through horrific oppression. Tara said she can't get this investigation out of her mind. This was the most disturbing investigation she's ever been on. Tara, the mother, remains traumatized by these experiences. At this time, Emily's doing much better. She's at peace. I will never be the same again after this investigation. Between the encounters at the Southwest Harbor House and what I experienced at the Lamb House over the past 2 months, these encounters go way, way beyond the paranormal. This went deep into the supernatural. Although these evil entities are outside the Lamb House, the normal Lamb House and the Carmel spirits have become even more active. I don't believe our Carmel Hattie was a witch. Based on the activity captured at the Southwest Harbor House, and these two houses became connected in the same dark realm, I believe there was a Hattie involved in a dark form of witchcraft from Southwest Harbor. Residents of Southwest Harbor talked of the witch dressed in all black, wearing a black veil covering her face, walking the streets of Southwest Harbor. The practice of dark witchcraft and Satanism is not uncommon in Southwest Harbor by a small handful of residents. When the spirits in the Lamb House consistently said, "This is their house," after this investigation, I agree. This house does not belong to the living. It will always remain the house to those of Carmel's past. I'm just visiting. And if you're wondering about Rachel, she's happy.